It's really about inspiration. I mean, you know, Woody's inspired me constantly by helping with Katrina. We did a Katrina relief fund where we had biodiesel powered ships that went to help Katrina. Woody was a big part of that. And then, you know, I've helped inspire other people. So it's really about one person taking their commitment to the next level. When you put biodiesel into your car, when you green your energy, whether it's a train or whether it's your light bulb, you inspire people. And you can make a difference. Everyone can make a difference. And that's the message of Fields of Fuel.
In the 1960s, we had some great ideas. We were young. You guys were just born in those days. Okay, we were young, right? We had no money and no influence. But a lot of us today do have some money and some influence. And we realize that a lot of the ideals we thought about in the 60s wanted to change, we can actually physically change right now. Like Woody, we took a major house we have in Hawaii on the Big Island, 100% off the grid, off solar energy. We even desalted our own water off of that. Desalting water off the sun. We know it works. At our major residence in Malibu, Eloise and I put in tons of kilowatts of power all off the sun to offset the energy we use, and signed a contract with Southern California Edison so you could reverse the power. So we know it'll work. And we feel this way: if you're on the planet Earth, you're paying some rent, all right, for being here. And part of the rent's to make it a little bit better off because you're here. So we know that corporate America could do it, and we are doing it. We know that individuals can do it, so we are doing it. Someone has got to fill the boots. You can't wait till the masses do it. You know, we're all the individuals, we lead the masses sometimes. So we fill the boots and we're doing. And you know what we get out of it? The same thing you do and the same thing you do. It makes us feel really good because we know we made a difference.
But what I want to tell you is a couple of things. First of all, delighted to be in this film. I have a small role in this film, but I'm not going to quit my day job. Because clearly, I've seen some actors here today. These guys have got real talent, and really they're wonderful guys, and thank you for being part of it. This is Novus Biodiesel. You can drink it. It's biodegradable. It's non-toxic. It's clean burning. Very low CO2 emissions. I'm going to show you something I make it from. I make it from catfish oil. I make it from 25 different ingredients, 25 different feedstocks. But there's two guys standing here today that are going to talk to you in a minute that can replace all of my 25 feedstocks. I'm glad to meet these guys. Because what we've got to do to sustain this business is have enough raw materials to make renewable fuels. And right now today, we don't have enough. You need to know that. To make it grow, to compete with oil on a daily basis, on an annual basis, I got to have more feedstock, and I got to have better feedstock. And feedstock, by the way, is my raw materials. And just to clarify it, what I make biodiesel from, people could have eaten it, but it's such crappy stuff, they can't eat it. So I say to them, don't tell me about your quality, tell me about your price, because I'm slugging it out with oil. I was there. I know what it's all about. And when you see the movie tomorrow, I believe it premieres tomorrow, you're going to see me talk about the blue planet. And I want to be on record. I don't need a government official telling me how to take care of this planet. I know how to take care of this planet. And I do it for my kids and my grandkids and for your kids and your grandkids, and these guys are too. So delighted to be part of this, and Josh, thank you for including us. And thank you,
Ken. Thank you. Pretty amazing. Great. 2 stars in the movie. I'm so lucky to have you guys here tonight. Thank you so much.
I wish I were handsome as this rascal.
I want to thank you guys for actually coming up with this technology, because I don't know how many folks in this room know about green energy or biodiesel, but algae's been the big thing. It's been the big, the grand golden seed. If we could get to algae, then we could actually make this biofuel sustainable. We could make it in America. We could make it happen. And you guys actually did it. You actually produced fuel from algae, and I just really have to thank you for that.
Josh, honestly, it's such a privilege to be here with you to help introduce this to the world, because what's outside right now is a Mercedes diesel off the factory floor, no modifications, driving on our fuel. But a few years ago, what we were was me and him in a garage with an algae collection, okay? So it takes inspiration all across the board to bring this stuff to reality. And what I think everybody ought to think about with these kind of fuels is there's an environmental side to this stuff, okay? This stuff is clean energy. This is stuff that pulls CO2 out of the atmosphere and puts it back in a cycle. It's not coming straight out of the ground. It's environmentally clean biofuels. On the other side, This is energy security for America. This is fuel going into your car that we're not buying from the Middle East. So everybody in this country can appreciate this stuff. So thanks a lot.
Cool. The big question is,
And we need messengers like Josh and Woody to get out there and tell the story, because they can tell it a lot more eloquently than we can.
you guys are pretty you guys are pretty eloquent. The big question is, can we mix algae and hemp?
Why not?
Can you smoke the algae or not?
We haven't tried it. We've discussed it, though.
Has everybody seen The Big Lebowski?
Hell yeah.
You know the dude. This is Jeff Dowd. He is the dude.
The only revolutionary change right now on the horizon that can really put the world back to work is the green technology, is green energy. And we could have a situation right now in this country, instead of the 1.6 million we spent, trillion, in Iraq so far, 1.6 trillion. Imagine if that was going towards green energy. And why were we doing Iraq? Supposedly for security and obviously for oil. And what is the great American spirit? It's entrepreneurial business, whether it's Steve Jobs doing it, or it's, Henry Ford doing it, or, Edison, or really Tesla doing it, etc., okay? And that's where we're at. And somehow the corporate gridlock, and I'm not here to badmouth corporations, but it's stopping us from being, having that entrepreneurial spirit. And where is that? It's in the green revolution.